They don't make shows like this anymore. For those of us who grew up with the Wonder Years, this cast gave us more than laughs. They became our surrogate parents, our best friends, and our very first childhood crushes. That theme song, Joe Cocker singing "With a Little Help from My Friends," wasn't just music. It was a doorbell to a world where everything felt safe, where growing up didn't hurt so much, where Karen Arnold's voice in our heads somehow said exactly what we were too afraid to say out loud. Today, let's step away from the modern world, honor the brilliant cast who shaped who we are, and see their beautiful journeys in 2026. Bringing absolute magic to our screens at number 1 is Fred Savage. Fred was just 11 years old when he first stepped into the sneakers of Karen Arnold in 1988. Now, in 2026, he is 49 years old, aging beautifully and carrying the years with such incredible grace. Karen Arnold wasn't just a character on a screen. He was the voice inside every one of us, confused, hopeful, terrified of growing up, desperate to be loved. When Kevin stumbled through his first dance, when he couldn't find the words to tell Winnie how he felt, when he sat in silence with his father not knowing what to say, he was us, all of us. And somehow, that made every awkward, painful, beautiful moment of our own teenage years feel just a little less lonely. After the show ended in 1993, Fred did something remarkable. At just 17, he walked away from the spotlight, went back to high school, and then earned a degree in English from Stanford University. He returned to Hollywood, not in front of the camera, but behind it, becoming one of television's most respected directors, with credits on beloved shows like Modern Family, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and Two Broke Girls. He also starred in the Fox series The Grinder and the Netflix show Friends from College. Today, Fred lives quietly in Los Angeles with his wife Jennifer Lynn Stone, his childhood sweetheart whom he married in 2004, and their 3 children, Oliver, Lily, and August. Instead of chasing fame, he chose family. And that, dear friends, might just be the most Karen Arnold thing he's ever done. At number 2, the irreplaceable soul of the show, Danica McKellar. Danica was just 13 years old when she became Winnie Cooper in 1988. Now, in 2026, she is 51 years old and still radiating that same warmth that made an entire generation fall in love. Winnie Cooper wasn't just Kevin's crush. She was ours. She was that girl next door who made your heart beat so loud you were sure the whole cafeteria could hear it. Her smile didn't just light up the screen. It taught us what it felt like to care about someone so deeply that even a glance across a hallway could change the entire color of your day. Winnie made us believe in first love, and first love, as we all know, is the one that never quite lets go. But here is where Danica's real story becomes extraordinary. After the show ended, she walked away from Hollywood, enrolled at UCLA, and graduated summa cum laude with a degree in mathematics. While there, she co-authored a groundbreaking mathematical theorem, the Chayes-McKellar-Wynn theorem, that was published in a prestigious academic journal. She then wrote 12 best-selling math books for children, with over 2 million copies in print, all dedicated to making math joyful and accessible, especially for young girls. She has also become one of the most beloved stars of holiday movies, with over 16 films for the Hallmark Channel and Great American Family Network. In 2026, she continues starring in and executive producing new movies, promotes math education through her weekly live stream, McKellar Motivation, and recently published her 12th book, I Love You 100. Instead of falling into the Hollywood trap, she gracefully combined her passion for acting with her true calling as a mathematician and educator, proving that beauty, brains, and real-life happiness are the ultimate success. Next up at number 3, our beloved Dan Lauria. Dan was 40 years old when he first became Jack Arnold in 1988. Now, in 2026, he is 78 years old and still standing tall with the quiet dignity that made Jack Arnold the father we all secretly wished we had. Jack Arnold rarely said, "I love you." He didn't have to. It was in the way he sat at that dinner table, exhausted from a job he hated, still showing up every single night. It was in those wordless glances, the ones that said more than any speech ever could. Jack Arnold taught us that love doesn't always come with a hug. Sometimes it comes with silence. Sometimes it comes with simply being there. And for those of us whose own fathers struggled to express their feelings, Jack was the bridge that helped us understand them. In real life, Lauria is a United States Marine Corps veteran who served in Vietnam, a true hero long before he ever played one on television. After the Wonder Years, he continued to build a remarkable career, earning standing ovations on Broadway for his powerful portrayal of legendary football coach Vince Lombardi in the play Lombardi. He also starred as Gene Shepherd in the Broadway production of A Christmas Story, the musical. He has appeared in Sullivan & Son, This Is Us, The Goldbergs, MacGyver, and many more. At 78, this veteran actor is still going strong, with new projects in development for 2026. He runs a theater company in Los Angeles and remains deeply connected to veterans' causes, spending time visiting VA hospitals across the country. A soldier, an artist, and a gentleman, Jack Arnold would be proud. Like the scent of a home-cooked meal. At number 4, the warm heart of the Arnold home, Allie Mills. Allie was 36 years old when she became Norma Arnold in 1988. Now, in 2026, she is 74 years old, aging beautifully and carrying the years with such incredible grace. Norma Arnold was the quiet miracle of that household. She held everything together: the arguments, the silences, the growing pains of 3 children and a husband who didn't know how to say what he felt. Her patience was infinite. Her kitchen was a sanctuary, and her gentle way of letting her children make their own mistakes while always being there to catch them was the kind of mothering that made you wish you could crawl through the television screen and sit at her table. For so many of us, Norma was the mother we had, or the mother we always wished for. After the show, Allie continued to shine. She landed a beloved recurring role on Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, and in 2006, she joined the cast of The Bold and the Beautiful as Pam Douglas, a role she played for years, endearing herself to a whole new generation of fans. More recently, she joined the cast of General Hospital as the unforgettable Heather Weber, earning not 1 but 2 Daytime Emmy Awards for Outstanding Guest Performer, a testament to her extraordinary talent. In her personal life, Allie was married to beloved actor and television personality Orson Bean from 1993 until his passing in 2020. She carries his memory with love, and she carries ours too, every time we see her face and remember the warmth of the Arnold family kitchen. At number 5, the one we all love to be annoyed by, Jason Hervey. Jason was just 15 years old when he became Wayne Arnold in 1988. Now, in 2026, he is 53 years old, aging beautifully and carrying the years with such incredible grace. Wayne Arnold was the big brother who made your life a living nightmare, and somehow, you wouldn't trade him for the world. He called Kevin Butthead. He stole the remote. He made every car ride miserable. But beneath all that torment was something real. A brother who, when it truly mattered, would have your back. Wayne taught us that siblings don't have to be gentle to be loyal. And for those of us who grew up with an older brother or sister who drove us crazy, Wayne Arnold made us feel seen. After the Wonder Years, Jason pivoted brilliantly from in front of the camera to behind it, building a successful career as a television producer. He co-founded Bischoff Hervey Entertainment, producing a wide range of reality and sports television shows. He appeared in the 2021 Hallmark movie You, Me, and the Christmas Trees, alongside his former castmate Danica McKellar. And in a beautiful full-circle moment, in 2024, the entire Wonder Years family reunited at a fan convention, where it was revealed that Jason is now a grandfather, little baby Shia, held lovingly in the arms of Lauria himself. Wayne Arnold, a grandpa. Time, my friends, is the most extraordinary storyteller of all. At number 6, the free spirit who danced through the Arnold household, Olivia Dabo. Olivia was 19 years old when she became Karen Arnold in 1988. Now, in 2026, she is 57 years old, aging beautifully and carrying the years with such incredible grace. Karen Arnold was the rebel, the dreamer, the flower child who clashed with her father and questioned everything. She wore her heart on her tie-dyed sleeve, and she reminded us that it was okay to be different, okay to push back, okay to search for meaning in a world that didn't always make sense. Karen was the big sister who may not have had all the answers, but she had the courage to ask the questions. And that courage gave the rest of us permission to do the same. Born in London, England, Olivia is the daughter of Mike Dabo, the legendary lead vocalist of the 1960s band Manfred Mann. She appeared in the show's first 4 seasons and returned as a guest in the final 2. After the Wonder Years, Olivia built an extraordinary career in voice acting, lending her voice to beloved characters, including Jane in Disney's The Legend of Tarzan and Luminara Unduli in Star Wars: The Clone Wars. She is also remembered for her compelling portrayal of the recurring villain Nicole Wallace on Law & Order: Criminal Intent. On top of all that, Olivia is a singer-songwriter who released her own music, following beautifully in her father's artistic footsteps. She is a devoted mother to her son Oliver. A true Renaissance woman, Karen Arnold would absolutely approve. At number 7, the voice that held it all together, Daniel Stern. Daniel was 30 years old when he first became the voice of adult Kevin Arnold in 1988. Now, in 2026, he is 68 years old, aging beautifully and carrying the years with such incredible grace. We never saw his face on the Wonder Years, but his voice was everything. It was the voice of memory itself, gentle, wistful, sometimes heartbroken, always honest. Daniel Stern didn't just narrate a television show, he narrated our childhoods. Every time he spoke, it was as if a wiser, older version of ourselves was reaching back through time, gently placing a hand on our shoulder and whispering, "I know, I remember, and it's going to be okay." That voice made us cry. That voice made us laugh. That voice made us feel like growing up, no matter how painful, was somehow beautiful. Outside of the Wonder Years, Daniel is one of the most recognizable faces in comedy. Beloved as the hilariously hapless burglar Marv in Home Alone and Home Alone 2, and as Phil Berquist in City Slickers. He directed the hit film Rookie of the Year and appeared in acclaimed series like Manhattan, Shrill, and For All Mankind. But what many fans don't know is that Daniel Stern is also a cattle and citrus farmer and a gifted sculptor who creates stunning bronze works of art. Instead of falling into the Hollywood trap, he gracefully expanded his world beyond the screen, proving that a rich and meaningful life is built not on fame, but on passion. The voice of our childhood, still creating, still inspiring, still extraordinary. And now, we come to a very special place in this video. A place of quiet. A place of honor. This final place belongs to Josh Saviano. Josh was just 11 years old when he became Paul Pfeiffer in 1988. Now, in 2026, he is 49 years old. Paul Pfeiffer. Where do we even begin? He was the best friend every single one of us wished we had. The one who was always there, allergic to everything, scared of everything, yet braver than he ever knew. Paul didn't need to be the coolest kid in school. He just needed to be loyal. And he was. Fiercely, beautifully, unconditionally loyal. He taught us that friendship isn't about being popular, it's about showing up. It's about standing next to someone when the whole world feels like it's falling apart and saying, without a single word, "I'm not going anywhere." And here is what makes Josh Saviano's real-life story perhaps the most beautiful of all. When the Wonder Years ended, Josh didn't chase another role. He didn't cling to fame. He simply walked away. He enrolled at Yale University, studied political science, and later earned his law degree from the Benjamin N. Cardozo School of Law. He became a corporate and intellectual property attorney in New York City, quietly building a life far from the cameras. He married Jennifer Romer in 2002, and together they are raising their daughter Noah in the West Village. Later, he co-founded Spotlight Advisory Group, using his unique background as both a former child actor and an attorney to help artists and creators navigate the complex world of branding and storytelling. Instead of falling into the Hollywood trap, Josh gracefully stepped away to pursue his true calling as an attorney and advisor, proving that beauty, brains, and real-life happiness are the ultimate success. He didn't need the applause. He found something better: a quiet, purposeful, deeply fulfilling life. Just like Paul Pfeiffer, Josh Saviano showed us that the bravest thing you can do is simply be yourself. And so, dear friends, here we are, 2026. The Arnold family kitchen is quiet now. The hallways of Robert F. Kennedy Jr. High are empty, but close your eyes, and you can still hear Joe Cocker singing. You can still see Kevin walking through those suburban streets. You can still feel what it was like to be young and hopeful, and so beautifully unaware of how fast it would all go by. Before you go, I have 2 questions for you, and I truly want to hear your answers. Number 1, time for a confession. Which cast member was your absolute biggest childhood crush growing up? Don't be shy, let's give them their flowers in the comments. And number 2, if you could go back in time to the exact living room where you first watched this show, who would be sitting next to you on the couch? Honor your loved ones and share those golden Friday night memories below. Subscribe to keep our beautiful childhood alive.